welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is Friday. What a week. Woo! Good morning, sis. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. We have made it. It is a beautiful Friday.
Thank goodness.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes, good morning, everyone out in Radio Land. Today's going to be a beautiful day. It is another day that God has woken us up. We are above ground versus below. Another beautiful day. Can't complain. Get you something good to drink. Get you some coffee. Get you some water. And let's get into it. You know, today is Friday.
Yeah.
Yay, yay,
Did
yay.
somebody say it's Small Business Friday?
Small Business Friday. And we got some business to talk about today. Yes, we do.
We do.
But before we get started, as usual, every day we start with an affirmation and we get it from our affirmation queen, Mrs. Morningstar. You go right ahead, sis.
Yes. Let's do it, y'all. So, I found this affirmation today and I'm like, I like it. So it's going to give you about 22 points, guys. And I'm going to hit them pretty fast. So try to keep up. But it's an affirmation guide to your glow up. Your glow up. So number one, you want to step into your power. I inhale my dreams and exhale my fears. Number three, I release what doesn't reciprocate my energy. Number four, I trust the timing of my life. Number five, I find peace through discipline. Number six, I am becoming a better version of myself each day. Number seven, my energy is palpable when I walk into a room. Number eight, how others perceive me doesn't define me. Number nine, I have everything to gain by releasing the grips of shame. Number 10, by acknowledging my inner child, I am one step closer to healing. Number 11, I accept radical responsibility for creating my dream life. Number 12, my heart and mind are open and ready for new experience. Number 13, I am energetically aligned to all I desire. Number 14, I find small ways to receive each day. Number 15, I achieve my goals by focusing on one at a time. Number 16, I don't need all the answers to remain grounded in this moment. Number 17, I am clear and direct with my manifestations. Number 18, I tap into my magic by trusting my intuition. Number 19, my actions match my goals. Number 20, my greatest glow up is internal. Number 21, I manifest things as they should be, not as I want them. And number 22, I attract what I want by being what I want.
I receive all of that. I sure do.
Glow up.
Glow up. There's nothing wrong with anything that you said. I receive it all. Yes. Yes to all of that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know what my favorite one was about? Well, all of them were great, but when I heard that magic, because what do I always tell you about us? How magical we are,
We are.
my people. We are something special. We some magical people.
Black
So I
excellence.
love that one.
Me too. That's you know, that's why you're the affirmation queen. You always find the good, inspiring quotes to make us understand our worth. Not that we ever question it, but sometimes it's good to be reminded of how great we are. And I receive, like I
Yeah.
said, I receive all of that. And I hope that everyone that's out there listening receives it as well. Step into your glow up, step into your truth, and understand that there is no one else on this planet like you. And you are beautifully made, unique in every way. And I love it. I love it. So today, oh my goodness, today is going to be an absolutely beautiful day in Holly Springs. I'm talking 80
Okay.
degrees, 80 degrees with a low of
Wow.
64. I know, right? It's going to be a
Okay. So
little
I'll get
cloudy.
them grills out.
Okay, a little cloudy this morning, but then the sun's gonna come out. It's winds about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Today is gonna be a beautiful day, and I want everybody to get out and enjoy it. Go outside and touch some grass, get some sun. Let that sun soak into your skin. We are from the earth. We need the grass, we need the earth, and we need the sun to give us that vitamin D that we need, because without it, we cannot thrive. We are Black excellence, and the sun is our nurturer. So go out there and enjoy it, Holly Springs. In Houston, it is hot. Yesterday it was 91 degrees. It's going to be one of those summers that it's like I'm in the house. You know, everybody was the young kids. I'm outside. I'm outside. You go outside if you want to. I'm going to be in the
I'm staying in the
house,
AC. I'm gonna
in
be
the
in the air
AC.
conditioning.
Okay, because it's hot. It gets hot down here. And it
It
is
does.
only March and it's already 91 degrees today or yesterday. And no, thank you. No, thank you. Let me get that 80-degree weather and let it stay. You know, I'm a 70s baby, so 70s and 80s was my jam. You get to the 90s and the 2000s, and I don't
It's
know.
too
I don't know.
much.
It's a little much. It's a little much. A little hot. A little hot. That and the hot flashes, they don't mix. They don't mix well. No, no, no. So today we've got some current events. Let's start off on you start again, because I got to come in with the debauchery of the administration. Let's you start, because oh girl, there's so much.
So typically I would go into Decepticon, the world. I'm gonna start off with something else tonight, y'all. So I was, going through some articles and I came across a few interesting ones. This first one, so there was, let's see, a stepmother that was accused. Let me see where she's from, Connecticut. She had been holding her stepson in captivity for over 20 years, abusing this man, and he was 68 pounds at the age of 32 years old.
That's sad.
They got a tip of some sort,
He set his
and
house on fire. He set the house on fire. So
he set the house on fire to someone to come save him. 68 pounds. She forced him to urinate in bottles. He was locked inside a room for 24 hours a day for 2 decades by a stepmother.
Oh Lord,
Um, she was only 56 years old, this lady.
that's just pure
Just,
evil.
just crazy. So she's
It's
being
sad.
accused. Yeah, it's sad. It's disgusting. And I was just kind of skimming it. I didn't get to read the entirety of the article to see where's his father, or who, how did he end up in this? But he was severely malnourished. And it was just an inhumane situation.
Sick.
We have some really sick lunatics out here in this world, y'all. Keep an eye on your neighbors. I mean, look
Keep an
around.
eye
If
out.
it don't look right, if something seems off, I ain't saying go over there and investigate, because we don't play them games. But what I'm
No.
gonna say is keep your eyes open and maybe call some people to do welfare checks. You just because
Yeah.
if it don't look right, it probably ain't right.
Yeah, it's that's a really sad situation. I mean, I am a stepmom and I love my babies. I don't even consider myself a stepmom. I'm just their mama.
Yeah,
I'm the bonus
yeah.
mom. And for you to do that to anybody,
Here too.
it's very
Mm-hmm.
inhumane, and it's sad. Some people are just some evil individuals, and it's in their DNA. When you are that sick and depraved, and you take pleasure in hurting and harming others, you're sick. But I hope that young man gets the help that he needs, and the counseling that he needs, and the strength that he needs to keep moving forward, and hopefully live his life, the best that he can, because this is sad. That's
Yeah.
sad. Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful. So that was
Dirty
like a
work.
little disturbing. Yeah, just disturbance that I came across. And then I came across an article, a high school track athlete. Did you hear about that? Charged with battery after a viral video while she was running on the track. You know how they hand the baton off to the next runner?
Mhm.
Well, she was beating her rival in the head with the baton and caused the young lady a concussion right on the track. I mean, I don't know, these are high school kids, like, but at all costs, I mean, the way you hand off a baton, she wasn't supposed to hand it to this young lady anyway, because it was a rival run, she was racing against her. But she kind of over the head beat the girl in the head with the baton, and it's caught on tape. But the way she would try to make it seem as if she was just running wild. No, 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 no. You beat that girl in the head till that girl fell down.
And this was in high
What would
school.
you do? This is high school. What would you do as a parent and you
Mm-mm.
watching that from the?
Please, we're on the radio, Miss
You
Morningstar.
already know what I'm gonna do, but
We are on the radio. Holly Springs don't need to hear what DJ Kitty
Holly
would do.
Springs, y'all
They don't.
already know
Holly Springs
parents out
don't.
there of the world.
Yeah, y'all know what we would do, and yes, that's exactly what I would do as well. So,
This was in
uh,
Virginia. This happened in Virginia.
yeah,
So this young lady is now facing misdemeanor charges.
well, that's what she needs to be facing. Maybe you need to learn how to keep your hands to yourself and be a good sport.
Yeah.
You
Maybe you
know,
don't need to be in sports. Maybe you don't need to run. You're too emotional. You can't handle losing. It's just outrageous. What is going on with our kids?
it's not our kids that's doing this, baby. What's
Well, this was our kid in this case.
I'm saying, this is not our kids. Some kids, they need some strong discipline, because the way you raise your children, they know how to take a loss. They know how to take it gracefully. They know that putting your hands on somebody will get you one or two things. So hey, her parents have their work cut out for them, because it sounds like this young lady needs some guidance, some real guidance, because you're losing, so you decide to get violent. That's not how life works. So she'll
Yeah,
have to deal with those repercussions. Oh well, that's how I feel about a lot of things.
yeah.
You know,
It was sad to see, but again, you got to suffer the consequences when you do the action, the stupid actions. So
yeah. I don't know
I
what we're.
I wish better for them,
Yeah, I
for
wish people
her.
would make better
I hope she
choices. Yeah,
learned. Yeah, I hope she
me
learned.
too. Me too.
So the
Mhm.
last story I got for y'all is kind of a little bit, we're gonna play a little detective here, okay?
All
So
right.
and this is from my people in Memphis. So I know we are Holly Springs. We got Memphis, Tennessee in the house. So this happened in Memphis, y'all. So y'all tell me. I mean, I wish I had a number y'all could call in, my people on Radio Land, but just follow me. So a Memphis man says he was shot by his dog while lying in bed.
Huh?
So the story goes as such. Memphis man told officers he was lying in bed with a friend, and when his dog jumped into the bed, his paw got stuck in the gun trigger, and the pet ended up hitting the trigger, and the gun went off and grazed the man in his upper left thigh.
Was the dog
The
upset about
dog was a
it?
pit bull
Should
puppy
laugh.
named Oreo.
What was the puppy's name again?
Little Oreo.
Oreo was
But
upset
here,
about something. I don't know.
here's the caveat. Here's the caveat. I'm about to hit you right here. The victim was taken to the hospital and not with non-critical, condition. The
Yeah.
man's friend left the home after the gun went off and took the gun with her when she left, the man told police.
Nah, something in the milk ain't clean. The milk is cloudy. That just doesn't sound. That doesn't
So
sound plausible.
let me tell y'all what Miss Morningstar thinks happened.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody was getting a little frisky, possibly in the bedroom, and she told him, "No, I ain't playing with you like that." And somebody might have continued to be a little bit more touchy-feely frisky, and he ain't know she was strapped like that. And she might have,
Allegedly.
and allegedly, and went on, packed up her stuff, and got up out of there. And he was too embarrassed to tell the police because they wrote this as a story. So somewhere in here, they feel that this is a little comical. They put that part in there. She got up, took her piece, and went home.
Here's my thing. So
What y'all
I
think?
need to know what type of weapon this was that a pit bull's paw could fit on the inside, because a puppy. Okay, the trigger, the part where you got to stick your finger in to pull the trigger, it's only so big. So I need to know the size of the puppy, because do I need to call them and tell them let's do some investigative work? I should have been an FBI agent, because I feel like I could get down to the bottom of this. I watch FBI
I
every
solved it. I feel like
sense.
I solved it. I rest my case. I
I
feel
rest my
like
case.
that's what happened. And homeboy didn't want to incriminate himself because he was trying to do something that he wasn't supposed to be trying to do.
Or he was trying to save her from getting in trouble. Maybe he was trying to save her from getting in
that
trouble.
part too. Maybe he was like, I was wrong. I don't want her to get in trouble. But she took it and left.
A trigger is only like so big. So how does a pit bull puppy?
Proper black woman say she was the pit bull.
Okay, was it a brand new puppy? Like because your paws are rather big to get inside, and I know those police officers looked at him like, sir.
Hey, Memphis, what's going on?
Come on, Memphis.
What's going on, Memphis?
Some answers, because this one is new, and I need to
follow. Y'all get on our email us at
at contact@ourplugs.com, because we really need to know what's going on, because it doesn't make sense.
Happened?
We need to call Memphis PD and do a follow-up, sis, because I need to find out.
Maybe he listening. If you out there listening, hit us up. Let us know what really went down, homeboy. It's off the record. It's
off the record, and we just really want to know what size the puppy is, because was it a newborn puppy? It just was born, and yesterday, or the day before, for its little bitty paws to fit into. It's not like the triggers are as big as your hand. You got, how you gonna? It doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. There it is. Don't blame that puppy.
I think we need a commercial.
We do. We need a commercial, because I'm too outdone with them sitting up here trying to blame poor innocent puppy
Paw.
Paw
control.
You
Paw
know that
Patrol.
don't blame the puppies. The puppy ain't had nothing to do with that. He was like,
Poor
I
little
just got
Oreo.
here. Poor Oreo.
So
Free
sad.
my
I'm
boy.
sad for
Free my
Oreo.
boy Oreo.
Free
Free my
Oreo,
boy.
y'all.
Free Oreo. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, oh girl, where you get that from? Check me out at www.morningstarboutique.com or at ourplugs.com. Can't wait to see you.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciated. God bless.
Welcome to A World That Sparkles. Sparkle Cakes LLC takes custom to a whole new level. You are guaranteed to find a gift for that special someone or even a customized gift for yourself. So head on over to my Etsy shop, Sparkle Cakes LLC, and start your personalized order today. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Have a great day.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Leslie Brown, and I am the owner of LG Brown Properties. I am a realtor, and I just wanted to pop in and say hi. If you know of anyone that's looking to sell, buy, or lease, I do it all. Give me a call. I am worldwide. If you are not in New Jersey, I have plenty of referral partners around the world. So, give me a call, 973-750-8430. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
And we are back. Welcome back, WKRA 92.7. We were talking briefly about poor Oreo and Paw Patrol. But let's get into something just a little bit more serious. We have over the last, go ahead and go on mute, Miss Morningstar. Over the last, 52, 53, 54 years or days, it does feel like years. There's been over 62,000 federal employees that have been fired. And it's been reported that one of the judges has ordered them to rehire those who were fired from the probationary period, those that were on probation and were let go. But we'll see if they do it. Here's my thing, they've been told several things, and that doesn't mean that they'll do it. What they'll do is, what they've been doing, and selling cars in front of the White House, selling Teslas in front of the White House versus actually being presidential, golfing while eggs continue to rise, gas prices, people are losing their farms. You fired people, so I don't know how they're going to pay their mortgages or their rent or feed their families for the next, few months until they find employment once again. So, I heard his press secretary getting a little offensive and, trying to, take up for him. in his buffoonery. But there's no taking up for cruelty. His thought process of firing these people it's only for one reason, just to satisfy his cruel nature. It has nothing to do with saving money. If you wanted to save money and cut useless spending and waste, you wouldn't be spending $20 million to go to the Super Bowl. You wouldn't spend taxpayers' dollars to go and golf. You wouldn't spend taxpayer dollars to have your motorcade drive around NASCAR. That costs millions of dollars. You'd rather do that to serve his ego versus allowing people to do their jobs so that they can take care of their families. I'm really outdone. I can't understand or wrap my mind around where he is actually going with this. And what's even worse is I can't wrap my mind around how there's no one in this administration, in Congress, in the Supreme Court that will stand up and say, no, we are not doing this. And he was in the White House, in the Oval Office, bragging that he was losing the election and it was rigged. I can't even say allegedly to that because I saw it firsthand. He said that. He said I was losing and they rigged the election and that's how I won. Those were his words. No one else's words. No one misconstrued his words. Those were his words. Now I read an article and it had several Trump supporters that were making comments on a Substack called "The Leopard Has Eaten My Face," where they are regretting their vote. You know, veterans. I voted for Trump. Wives. My husband was the breadwinner, and I stayed at home. We voted for Trump. We didn't think. This is what it all boils down to. We didn't think that electing him would actually have us lose our jobs. We thought it was going to be somebody else. And now that they're directly affected, they are regretting their vote. Well, people, if you decided that walking in there, and I'll continue to say this until I can't say it anymore, excuse me, if you decided to walk in there and cast your vote for a criminal versus an educated Black woman who promised you progress versus digress, buckle up. You got 4 more years. This is only day, 53? Buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to get real interesting. And that is why we're here with Our Plugs, so that we can highlight and show people that joining a community will keep us all safe. Go ahead, Miss Morningstar.
I was just going to piggyback off of you. Pull those bootstraps up, tighten them up, buckle them. Because at the end of the day, these things that are happening are things that were told to us. This is nothing. This is not a surprise. He's doing things that he exactly said he was going to do. And the part he left out, okay, I will give you this, was Elon Musk being his right-hand man. He left that part out. And now people are suffering. Yes. People are going to suffer. And yes, the judges are fighting back. Thank goodness for the federal judges. Thank goodness for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that put those federal judges in place. The union is saying we got a victory because now they have to bring those people back. The agencies have to reach out to those people and give them their job back if they want it. If they even want it.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know.
It may be some people that I mean, I just started and you just let me go like I was yesterday. I mean, affected people who were moving into their new homes or whatever, just didn't care. So you put so many people in jeopardy, so many lives in jeopardy. And now you want to, yeah, okay, come on back. People don't like being treated like that.
Yeah.
So it is definitely going to be an interesting 4 years because we only in day 53. Is that what you said, 53?
53
and it feels
or
like
53 months.
we've been in this thing for years.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even hold y'all. It feels so much longer.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't see it getting any better as long as he continues to tap dance for the ultra wealthy. I mean, they are trying to convince people that these tax cuts are giving billionaires tax cuts will help Americans. How gullible do they really think that we are? But I do know this. There will be a march today from our vets. And I hope they go there. I hope that they're heard, and I hope that it's going to be productive. What will come of it from a man who just doesn't give a doggone about vets? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he called vets suckers and losers. He called people, the military, suckers and losers. How disgraceful of a president who would talk about his own military like that. It's ridiculous. But this is where we're at, people. This is where we're at. Unfortunately, I would love to come on WKRA and speak on good motivational speaking all the time. But we also have to keep it real with you and tell you what we're really dealing with. And this country's really dealing with someone who wants to hurt the average American citizen. He does not care. And if you were bamboozled into thinking that he does, I'm not going to talk down on you on the radio. I'm just going to say you get what you get and you don't have a fit. I want to say good morning to everyone in the chat on YouTube. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and making your comments. We appreciate you. We love all of you. And I want to jump right into our small businesses because this is how we will survive these next 4 years, by bringing up small businesses and introducing them to the community and extending them the opportunity to grow. We don't have time to sit back and dwell on the inevitable that people wanted to vote for instead of an educated Black woman. So I know we did play Leslie's commercial. We have a realtor. Go ahead and bring Miss Leslie.
I'm going to bring her on up. Come on, Leslie. Come to the stage. Hi, Leslie.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing just fine. I didn't have my laugh for the day, and I'm doing just fine.
What, with Oreo?
Oreo story.
Come on now. Okay.
That was a different one.
He got to get his imagination better than that.
He could have said anything. He could have said he dropped it and it went off. But you don't blame the poor puppy. What if they decide to euthanize the puppy? Oreo ain't done nothing to nobody.
He said that dog was a pit, right?
Yes.
Them paws ain't never been small.
No, not even when they're born. They're pretty big size. Yep. How it's gonna fit? Don't make sense. If it don't fit,
none at all.
You must have
quit. It ain't Oreo. Free Oreo.
Yeah, like he got shot in the thigh. So what was Oreo in the bed with y'all too?
It doesn't make sense.
No.
It does not, Leslie. It does not. So Leslie, where are you located at?
I am in the Garden State, New Jersey.
Oh. All right. Okay.
Brick City, to be exact. North New Jersey.
All right.
Okay.
And you do
Brick City.
real estate Everywhere?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
I basically mainly my business is
Better.
central, northern, a little south, depends on how far south, but I have referral partners everywhere. So if
Oh,
I have someone that's moving out of the state, I can refer them to someone wherever they are.
okay, good, good, good. And
Awesome.
what type of are you doing? Just commercial or what is it?
I do it
Home?
all:
Do it-
residential, commercial, leasing, land,
Oh wow.
everything. Mhm.
Oh wow. I would love to buy some land and put a tiny home on it. That's always been my dream. Some
Yeah.
land, a tiny home on it, a couple tiny homes, put my kids out there. And my kids say,
Yeah.
no, mom, we don't want to live that close to you.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
hurt.
during COVID, a lot of us bought a lot of land.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Bought a lot of
Hmm.
land, and that's what people have done. They have bought this land and they have built on it. They've built communities, and it's a wonderful thing because the beauty of real estate is that it always has equity that increases. It's one of the best investments that you can have. It's not like a car that depreciates as soon as it drives out the lot. It's a piece of property that you have that you can pass down. You can create generational wealth from it. You can take equity out of the home that you own, buy your kids their property, set them up, and it can just continue down the line. So I love real estate.
Absolutely. So let me go ahead and ask you a question. Well, you kind of told us a little bit, but go ahead into a little more depth. Tell us a little bit about your business and what you offer and what you do and how long you've been doing it. So give us a little bio.
All right. Well, I have been in business. This is my 18th year. I came straight out of corporate when we were merging with another company, and I have not looked back. So I have
Okay.
done this full time for 18 years. We
Awesome.
service everybody and anybody. Anybody that's able and willing, that's who we service. I'm big on servicing my community. I'm big on, having conversations about wealth and about how to obtain that wealth, how to straighten out your credit, what you should and shouldn't do. I'm big on education. So, it's not about just somebody saying, I want to buy a house. I make $100,000, but meanwhile, you 90,000 in debt.
Yeah,
It don't work
absolutely.
that way. So education
That's
is a
good.
big thing for me.
And I think that's good because a lot of times people go into buying properties or homes and they really don't understand what this is a huge purchase. This is like probably one of the largest purchases you'll make in your life. And a lot of people don't fully understand it. They kind of go into it blindsided. So, and everybody doesn't take the time to really educate you on your purchase. So
Absolutely.
that's good to know that you guys actually take the time. So do you have a team that you have on your team, like a team of
It's
people,
just
or how many
me.
people work for y'all?
It's
It's
just
just
me.
you?
I
Okay.
do have a virtual assistant that helps me, with marketing and, things of that nature. But it's just me.
Wow, Leslie.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
me.
That's
And I,
that's
you know,
you busy
I,
then.
look, I'm always busy. I have to, through the years, I used to be 7 days a week, work, 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 work. But now I've gotten to the point where you have to teach people how to treat you. So I take about Sundays and Mondays off. If I have open houses, then I work Sunday. But Sunday and Mondays are my days that I take off. I you can get me any other day, Tuesday through Saturday, but Sunday and Mondays I really try and take off. Sometimes I do, work a couple of hours in those days for, clients that just can't make it any other day. Or if there's a property that just came on and I know it's not going to last, I will I will work those days. But it's just me, just me. Oh, I thought about growing a team, and every time I think about it, I'm like, nah. Another
I
year goes by, and I'm like, nah, it's okay.
I understand. I used to be like that, but I will tell you the truth. I love having a team. It really helps when it's
Hmm.
not all on you. Let me ask you. So, when you're in Jersey, if you're wanting to, say I wanted to buy some property up there, would I just reach out to you and you give me a listing? Because I am looking to expand. I really do. I want some property and maybe put a couple houses out there. I know the property taxes is what's the issue, the real issue. So if you had your choice of places with the lowest amount of property tax, or best bang for your buck, where would you suggest someone look? Texas?
And you know what? It's funny because I go to Texas once a year in August, the hottest time.
Girl.
Yes, we have our convention out there every August in Austin. And this
Wow.
year is the first year it's going to be in San Antonio. So I'm excited about that. But it's so hot.
it's
But
it's so hot.
yeah, but there's different counties in New Jersey that have reasonable taxes. I won't say low because nothing up here is really low, but they are reasonable. Like Newark is one place. There's places in Sussex County, Hunterdon County, Warren, and and that those counties have lower taxes than what we have in Essex. Because you can go from Newark paying $7,000-8,000 in taxes on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, garage, basement, the whole nine. You can take that same house and sit it in a town like, let's say, Montclair, and you're gonna pay every bit of almost 20,000 in taxes. So it's totally different from county to county to town to town. The taxes are spread from here all the way up.
Okay. So I know in Texas, um, who knows, but I heard that they're raising our property taxes once again, and that's just the norm. But I
Hmm.
know a lot of, like, it's cheaper to buy homes down here than it is in the northern states, which I don't understand why, simply because it's cold up there. I would think it would be in reverse, where it's warmer, it would actually not, it would be more expensive down here. However, that's not the case. It's more expensive up north. So what would you suggest if I were looking? Which state would it be? Southern states? Would it be? I'm just trying to weigh my
Hmm.
options, either up north or down south.
Right. It all depends on what your preference is. You know, you
Cheap.
could go to, you could
Cheaper.
have a, yeah, you look, if I could, and if I could work out a way to manage it, I would buy a property in one of the islands. It all depends on what you're looking for out of that property.
Yeah.
Are you looking to rehab it and sell it, flip it? Are you
Yeah.
looking to rehab it and keep it, rent it out? There's a lot of people that have done, Airbnbs. They've
Oh,
bought properties, in other states and all over, and they've made profits in it by having Airbnb, making them Airbnbs. But it just all depends on what you're doing. Are you buying this property now to retire to later.
Yeah.
You know, you're renting it out all this time. And then when I get ready to retire, I got a home to go to outside of where I live now, you know, a place that I've always wanted to retire to. It just depends on what you want out of that. You know, what do you want out of that property?
So I know there was a time a couple years ago when they were talking about how all of these people from these companies were actually buying up a lot of the properties. Did you run into any of that?
Not as much as, no, most of them are investors. It's not, there haven't really been a lot of companies buying, you know, properties. They're actually individual people, couple of people that get together, investors, they've been buying the property. A lot of them have a lot of cash flow. So they're able to do this. And that's who a lot of buyers are competing against when they're out here looking at these properties as well.
Investors.
Looking at properties that people have a lot of cash. And it all depends. If that owner is all about getting that money and wants the most money, then they're going to pick someone who has that available cash. If they're looking to, you know, get out real quick, they want somebody that has cash. You know, if you're not, because every owner is not about the money. You know, they want someone who's going to move into their home, love their home as much as they love their home, you know, raise their kids in it like they raise their kids in it. It depends. If they're waiving inspections, if they're waiving appraisal, you know, it's all about sometimes the terms and not about the dollar all the time, because it's what that seller is looking for at that right moment. And sometimes they're just looking to get out quick, knowing you know, the house needs a little work, but I don't want to go back and forth with this buyer about, am I fixing this? How much am I crediting them this and that? They don't want to go through all of that. You know, so it varies when it comes to these properties out here.
Leslie, let me ask you a question. And I think your mic is like scraping a little bit. So hold your mic a little bit back a little bit. Yeah, it was kind of we heard a little static. But let me ask you this. So during the housing crisis, I guess, or the first term Trump was in office, and I don't remember what it was called, but he did something where he made it easier for all these properties to be bought up by these investors, because you mentioned investors, right? And they bought up a lot of these properties and wound up renting them out or leasing them out at like overwhelming, like extraordinary prices. And it's still going on today. Do you find it challenging with that happening? Because I mean, the cost, the average cost to lease or it's okay. It's astronomical. But we're gonna take a break, right? We're gonna take a break, Kitty.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break, really quick, and you can answer that when we come back. We got to get a couple of commercials in. We'll be right back. You're listening to WKRA 92.7. The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morning Star Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, oh girl, where you get that from? Check me out at www.morningstarboutique.com or at ourplugsllc.com. Can't wait to see you.
Welcome to Nutrition You Design. Finally, your place to really get to the bottom line of your health with our functional nutritionist Gail Thorpe on board. You have a caring practitioner to get to the root cause of your health concerns when all else fails. At Nutrition You Design, we specialize in women's health, anywhere from hormones, fibroids, menopause. We have you covered. With over 200 specialty lab tests, we are like your personal health detective. We offer customized meal plans, genetic testing, stress management, and a host of other offers to really get you healthy. Be sure to book your consultation at nutritionyoudesign.com or give us a call at 877-898-5130. You can also find us at ourplugs.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Timeless elegance.
Opalmay Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opalmay Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. Thank you. Thank you. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We're back with Leslie Brown of LG Brown Properties. And she was giving us some tips and some information on buying properties. Go ahead with your question one more time, Ms. Morningstar, in case the listening audience missed that question.
Okay, so it was really based around the I see someone type of opportunity zone. So basically, where a lot of investors went in and bought up a lot of properties, and then they decided to lease them out for astronomical prices, like, unaffordable really for a lot of people. So how do you find that, like, within this climate now of people struggling to pay rent and, struggling to even buy at this time? I mean, how has it been? What have you seen, being that you're in the field, you're out there?
Well, in New Jersey, rents are high. You can find a 1-bedroom, but it's going to cost you about $1,500 a month. And that doesn't include parking. That doesn't include laundry, on-site laundry. It may just be the bedroom, a kitchen, and the bathroom. Prices are high. What I tend to tell people, like, you have a lot of people looking to move. Okay, they want to move from where they are. If you're going to pay $2,500, $3,000 a month, I want you to stay where you are and be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. Change your budgets. Create a budget, because a lot of people don't have budgets. Create a budget. Save some more money. Instead of going out once a week, go out once a month. Shell away as much money as you possibly can. Work on getting your credit together and buy. Because I'm not going to put $2,500 or $3,000 a month, year after year after year, into someone else's equity. I'm going to put it in my own. So if I can remain uncomfortable from where I'm at right now, and it's not always the fact that people have to move. People just want to move. They don't want to stay where they are anymore. They may have, added another person to the family, so now living is a little tight. But look, I'm a 60s baby. I had a lot of friends that they shared rooms with 2, 3, 4 siblings. Okay? You can be tight for a little while to achieve that ultimate goal. So when people want to move but don't have to move, if you're willing to pay that kind of money, then remain uncomfortable where you are and get your own equity. Get your own property. Build your own equity. Something that you can say that's yours, instead of putting all that equity in someone else's property. It's unfortunate we can't get away from what these rents are, because they are what they are. It's just that they've just become that.
And it happened a lot during COVID because everybody was running from New York.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you could really see what New Jersey is, we have a whole lot of towns that have built these luxury apartment buildings, continuing to build these luxury apartment buildings. And I'm trying to figure out, where do they think all these people are coming from?
Yeah,
Because
that's
those that came are here already. You may have a few more coming, but we're like, you don't have people within that town already. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave my $1,800 a month rental and I'm gonna go spend 3,000 a month just because it's new.
yeah.
No, they can't
No.
do it. So it's a lot. It's a lot for renters right now.
I was
And
thinking
they
the
really.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw that. We have a lot of construction here in Houston as well, in Texas as well, rather. And I always think, I know Texas is huge. It really and truly is. But we have so many, not just new apartment complexes. And there's a lot of people that are migrating to Texas. By the way, Texas is full. Y'all don't have to keep moving down here. We are at capacity. But there's a lot of empty office space. And that's what really shocks me the most. It's like, do people just have that extra residual income that they can just go out and build these office spaces and there's nobody in them, and it takes them, several, I'd say about a year before people start even moving in. So I guess that they're just building them in hopes that they'll bring a company in. But my goodness, there was a time where we drove on one specific highway and there was nothing. Now they've got both sides full of constructions. They're just building, building, building. And I'm like, we're already to capacity. What more do you want? But I guess, a lot of people are leaving the West Coast. That's
Yeah.
where a lot
Yeah.
of people are migrating to Texas from.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have anything against anybody, but we're full. We are. It shouldn't
Yeah.
take me 45 minutes to go maybe 10, 15 miles.
We gonna be pretty soon. I feel like we're gonna be just like Atlanta. Atlanta is full, like
Yeah.
And as you said, I mean, we still building. We still got new construction all around us. New construction being built every day. So,
Every
I
day.
mean, people are migrating because they're getting away from like Jersey, I guess, is similar to New York prices, as far as cost of living. A lot of people try to run from that, and then they try to run from the weather. As I'm from northeastern Ohio, so I came to Texas anticipating this beautiful weather that we do get, although we get tropical storms and stuff like that. I wasn't ready for that, but I'm just saying it's still, much better. So I see a lot of people. That's Kitty. They're gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we're full. But, I will say this, I can understand moving from northern states to, warmer climate.
Yeah.
And we do have, better weather if you enjoy being hot as hell in August. But and then as far as the tropical storms, we do get storms, but it's not like season. Like you guys have winter and it's feet of snow. That's just how the seasons are. We'll probably get a couple tropical storms um whenever we have a hot spring. Our hurricanes tend to try and find us, and it gets ugly down here. So if you're not used to floods, don't move to Texas. We're full. I'm gonna keep saying it. Go. I heard Holly Springs got plenty of room. Y'all go to Holly
Bring
Springs.
you a canoe, because they ain't tell me to bring that I needed a boat. The first year I moved down here, I told my coworker, I said, y'all told me to get water. What I need water for? It's water outside. Y'all should just told me to get a boat. That's
I
what
don't
y'all should
trust
have told me to do.
I don't trust any season anymore because seasons they're just not the seasons that we know. anymore.
Global warming and somebody who was that said, was it Laura Trump that said, show her what is global warming, and she didn't understand global warming. Well, it's really simple. If it's hot and you put, if it's water on the ground and the sun comes out, it can actually evaporate. That is global warming.
She didn't know that.
She didn't know that.
No. Don't know.
But it's just like somebody said that if when the time goes back, grandma is she's gonna lose a whole she's gonna lose a whole hour. Grandma's gonna die sooner. So this administration, I gotta make us laugh.
This is what we're dealing with.
This is what we're dealing with.
Hey, we had a question in the comments for you, Leslie. Question is it better to buy a huge home and rent out rooms without registering as a room and board?
Well, Miss Powerful Black Woman, in New Jersey, that is illegal.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
You cannot turn your house into a rent room or room and board type of place without, one, making sure where your home is located, it is zoned to have a boarding house, because that's what they are. And if it's not, and you sit up there, because we have people that do it, they go against your advice, telling them not to do it, and they do it anyway. And then all it takes is for one of those people that they rented those rooms to become upset or not like something that's going on, and they're going to blow the whistle on you. And now you're going to have the town coming to inspect your home, and they see all these rooms with these doors that lock with a key. A bedroom door in New Jersey, if it's a single family home, has no business having a key lock on the door. So that's the first giveaway. And the minute they start seeing doors with key locks, they already know what's going on. So no, in New Jersey, you cannot do that. They are hefty fines to pay if you do that and get caught. So I advise people not to do it. If that is your mindset from the onset of it, then make sure where you are looking to buy, it's zoned for that, to save yourself a whole lot of trouble and a whole lot of money.
I'm gonna look and see how it's set up in Texas, because I don't think that there's any zones. I don't think that they care in Texas. Yeah. I could be wrong, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, didn't yesterday he talked about zones, how the zones, certain, like when it came to that building with the veterans that they wanted to, you said they wind up knocking that building down instead of letting it become like a group home.
Well, no, that wasn't zone. They voted on it.
Was that the homeowners association?
They voted on it. And then Powerful Black Woman said, what's the difference if your kids stay with you and they pay rent? Is it the lock on the door?
Yeah, if your kids stay with you, they're your kids. There's not. It's just the fact that, like, you can have your door locked, but it needs to lock from the lock from the inside, where you turn the little thing and it locks inside. It can't be a key type of lock on the outside where you got to stick a key in there to open the door.
It's like it's an apartment.
Right, like an exterior type of door. Now you can do that if it's just your family in the home. You do whatever you want to do, as long as you ain't breaking no laws outside. You can do whatever you want to do within your home. But in New Jersey, when it comes time to sell that home, all those doors that have those key locks have to come off, and it has to be a regular door knob. Yeah, but if it's your kids, you can do whatever you. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I'd have
it's
to tell my
husband. You're renting rooms to strangers or family members and outside of your immediate family. Like you got a cousin, baby, you want rent. He need a room to rent, and you rent the room.
They can't stay with me.
Yeah, and you. And he want to lock his door. Yeah, no.
Baby can't stay with me. If your name is Baby, I don't want you staying with me. No.
No.
No, that's a no for
Yeah,
me.
no.
I do know.
No is a complete sentence,
Complete.
y'all.
No,
Oh yeah,
baby.
yeah.
No.
Nobody can. We can't have company over here.
But that is a good question because I know, people are looking to, subsidize their income
Yep.
and, maybe get into an maybe a $3,000 apartment and have 2 bedrooms
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
share, but that's just being roommates. Is
Yeah.
that same? I mean, do you have to register? I mean,
No, if you have somebody that you got roommates, that's different. That's different than room and boarding people, like renting rooms, individual rooms out. Like roommates have access to the whole house because their names are on a lease and they're
okay.
paying rent. To pay
That's
that
the
rent, there's a lease. When you're
yeah.
renting individual rooms and all they have access to are those rooms, now you're renting rooms. And that you can't do without it being zoned as a room and boarding house.
Wow. I got to
Yeah,
look it
that's
up
in
and
Jersey. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Jersey, yeah, you can't do that. They don't like that.
well,
And I get it. I understand people wanting to, find a way, especially if you're one of the federal people that unfortunately lost a job and you need to pay your rent, or you need to pay your mortgage. Stuff got to get paid. I understand people wanting to do those type of things. It's just that the towns don't like them. They
I
don't
mean,
like it.
the towns need to make exceptions because the towns voted in, the biggest exception there is. So some exceptions need to be made because people still have to eat and live. And
Yeah.
considering, they decided to let the most unqualified thing in office, these are DJ Kitty's opinions. The opinions of DJ Kitty only, not WKRA. I speak for myself. They let, someone in there unqualified and now they have to make do. People still have to, it's a free for all at this point. We got to figure it out because somebody decided to go in there and fire 62,000 people who weren't bothering them. And these were people who, some of them voted for him. Okay, I digress, WKRA. I digress. It's a good Friday. It's still a good Friday. I do not care. It's still a good Friday. It's
Yes,
still a
It
good Friday.
is. Leslie, so tell the people on the radio world how they can get in touch with you if they are looking to move, or if what you can offer them, to get them settled wherever they might want to relocate. I don't know. Maybe Holly Springs, they got some things that they want to move around and need a good realtor to help them.
But you can reach me at my Gmail account. My email account is lgbrownproperties517@gmail.com. My website is lgbrownproperties.kw.com. My number is 973-750-8430. And when you call, email, or go on the website and leave a message, you are going to get an amazing professional experience. It doesn't matter if you have $5 million to buy a home, if you have $5 million to buy a home, or if you only have 400,000 to buy a home, you will get the same treatment. There's no difference because a home or house is a house and people are people. So you're going to get an amazing experience working with me. And if I can't help you, I don't know who else can. But no, we can
I
Zoom
like that.
call. I have people that come from out of state and we can actually Zoom call before you get to the state. We have a conversation about what your needs are, what your wants are. Even if you need to add, no question
is not intelligent question. All questions are intelligent, because this is an investment that one of the biggest investments you're ever going to make. And we're not talking about $100. Okay. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars that people are spending, that you guys are spending, that you're looking to spend. Or if you have a home that you're looking to sell in order to buy, upsize or downsize, it's still money that you're looking to spend. And that money is important to you, and it becomes important to me. It becomes important to me to find exactly what you're looking for. I'm not going to steer you wrong, but what I do require out of all my clients is that you listen, because the doctor is the professional in his field. I am the professional in my field. So we need to have listening ears on, because I always have mine on. I'm listening to everything that you're saying, your family, what you're looking for in a property, how much you want to spend in the property, what you require the property to have. I'm listening to all of that. But you have to listen to me as the professional as well, because I'm not going to steer you wrong. But what I'm not going to have you do is spinning your wheels thinking that, because one of the things that buyers today run up against in Jersey and in most of the country, except Florida, Florida has took a turn. It's now like a little buyer's market. It's still a seller's market. So you're still going to be in competition with other buyers. So when it's time for you to put your best foot forward, don't say, oh, the house is not worth that. Because guess what? The market is telling you that it is. Because someone is going to pay that and more for it. And that's just where we're at today. We could have said that maybe in 2007, 2008, when the market took a turn and took a dive, and there were so many houses for sale, people were buying houses for nothing. But not today. In today's market, home prices continue to go up. They're not going down right now. They are going up. So the
As well as
longer
interest
buyers,
rates. I said as well as interest rates.
Yeah, the interest rate. The thing about the interest rate is a normal rate right now. It's normal.
What's the interest? 6 to
7%. That's normal. We're not going to live to see another 2, 3, or 4. Yeah. That's not going to happen in our lifetime.
That's why
we may see 5, but that may not even happen in our lifetime. So 6 and 7 is normal. When I bought my first home, I paid 12%. Oof. And that was with good credit.
Yeah.
12%.
Yeah. My husband and I, we were lucky. We are under 4. Well, we're right at maybe 2.4, 2.4%. But we've been in our home for a minute. Leslie, I want to say thank you. Leslie Brown, LG Brown Properties. I want to say thank you for coming up. I think you are the first realtor in Our Plugs. Now,
Leslie, thank you.
I need you to go ahead and put your business in there. Put your list your homes in there. Put your information out there, because we are spreading, we are growing, we are getting those who are Black excellence, as my sister up there said earlier, magical people. We are continuing to grow. You are our first realtor. I'd like to have your information all through Our Plugs, fill it all out so people can know where to find you.
Definitely do that.
Yes, and they can know which homes that you have for sale, and let's go. We've got so much coming. There's so much, and there's so much opportunity. So I want to say thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have wrapped for the week, sis. We have done this is our second week on the radio. Yay. Yay. Before I get started, before I close this out, sis, do you have anything to say? Leslie, I'm gonna put you on hold because we've got some feedback. We all do. So I'm gonna put you on hold. On mute.
Put you on mute.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, sis. Do you have anything you want to say before we?
Just closing out. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate you for coming, and I'm so proud of you. me and Leslie have a history. She is one of my Morningstar Boutique stars. She has been with me. Look at her. She's wearing one of my shirts. She has shopped with me for the past 5 years since I've been in business. She was one of my number ones. So definitely we have a history together. It's all love forever. And she still shop with me. Girl, be shop, okay? So so continue to shine. And yes, get yourself into Our Plus. If you need my assistance in getting you set up with your website and everything, because there's a lot of perks to come with Our Plugs when you are a member, a paid member. And I'm telling you, the directory is growing. It's going to be a lot of people looking for your type of assistance, and you being the first one, they're going to be on you, girl. So we're going to have to get you set up quick, so you're going to be getting that business coming to you. But thank you guys. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful morning. And thank you, WKRA, for bringing us on this morning, and to the radio world and the chat.
So you are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. This is our second week on the radio on the morning show. We are so appreciative. We've got so much more coming, from our health shows to our Veterans Voice to our mentors. Now we finally have some ladies who mentor who will be joining us as well, to our nonprofits, our small businesses. I am so appreciative. I can't say how much more that I appreciate the people who are coming on board and joining forces. It is our time. It's our time for all of us to get connected. If you have a business, or if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you're thinking about starting a nonprofit, why not start in a community that's going to support you? That is the one thing that they have told us for years that we couldn't do. They told us, and they in some instances made us believe that we weren't as powerful as we are. Well, it is our time to say, back up. We don't have the Black Wall Street that we've always had. We don't have those cities that were thriving because they were at the hands of evil, were burnt down. But now we are connected virtually, and we're all over this country. We are housed in every state. There's nothing that's going to stop us but us. And there's no stopping us. We're pulling not only ourselves up and guiding each other, brothers and sisters, but we're also including the young adults that are coming out of high school, out of college, and showing them that we are better together. It's the only way that this is going to work, is if we stay connected. They have all the power, they think, but in all actuality, there's nothing more powerful than Black people united. Because once we unite, that's what they're scared of. And there's nothing that they can do. We can all sit back and say to ourselves, oh, I'm scared. What's there to be scared of? We have each other. We have community. They don't want us to connect. And that is the reason why we must. That is the reason why, no matter what is going on within your life, you have got to think past you and think about your legacy. Our children deserve so much better than what this nation says it should be allowed. We're not going to sit back and let them dictate how we will and will not move. Now is the time for us to connect. Now is the time to put your business in Our Plugs. Go to ourplugs.com, put your business in, or start as a general user. It's absolutely free to start as a general user. Get the newsletter every Sunday and stay connected. See how and what you can do for your community. Start your own nonprofit. Start your own mentorship program. Start your own organization and continue to grow. There's nothing stopping us but us. And let's go. Let's grow and let's stay connected. We will see you next Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Have a wonderful weekend. Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.